Hello from Cairo. So, a few people have asked me to talk about my trip to Cairo. So far, so good. It's been great. Things that I wish I knew before I came. Everybody's looking for videos. I look for videos before I came. I always do. And little tidbits of information that I find valuable are how to navigate things, like what to expect and what to look out for. I guess everybody says that. But then when I look at the videos, I hear people talking about experiences they've learned online versus experiences they've actually had. So, when I arrived in Cairo at the airport, I was curious about customs, what you have to go through to get out of the airport, whether or not your pockets are searched, whether or not you go through security, or whether your baggage is checked. So, fortunately, there was none of that. So when you get off the airplane from America, you show them your fancy U.S. passport, and they're like, "Right this way, sir." So that's good to know. A little less to worry about there. Additionally, once you get out of the airport, immediately when you get off the plane, you'll see people holding up their signs. So typically, you'll see that after baggage. But immediately you start seeing people holding up signs for transport or for just names. So you wonder, is this where I'm supposed to meet my transportation, or is the next group of people holding up signs? And you pass each one, so then you get out to get your bags, and typical baggage claim situation. Except, you love at the baggage claim how people will put their carts right up against the baggage claim belt, right? So it's like they protect their spot. So for me, I stand back and I'm watching the bags come off the belt. But then when I see my bag, I have to get through all of these people who are like, "This is my spot," So it's funny to be like, "Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Nope, my bag," and grab your bag and you walk away. Where these people are just like standing. Why not just back up a little bit, right? Anyway, don't get me started. So typical situation there. Grab your bag off the belt, head for the door, right? And here's where if you're nervous about coming to Cairo, here's where it really gets exciting, because the first thing you have to get through is, hey you, hey you, hey you, hey you. That's what you expect when you come to Cairo, is a bunch of, "Hey you, come here. You're the guy. I'm the guy. You have to come to me, and I'm the only way." So immediately you start like putting on your blinders, like, I just need to get through this experience. And so once you get through, you get your bag, and then you feel like, I don't want to go into the pit of vultures right away, So I like to kind of like stand back. If you just barge right out the door, you better fucking know where you're going, because you're going to be grabbed by so many people. Like, "Hey, you, come here. I'm your guy," right? So I kind of head for the door, but then I take a side step, like, "Oh, my phone just rang. I'm going to step over here and watch what happens for a minute before I go out there into the vultures." One of the things I like to do when I travel to places like Cairo is make that first hotel reservation with transportation from a reputable site before you leave. Like, that's very important. I don't want to get there and start looking for the nifty little hole in the wall place. The first place I'm going to go to is something that I can just barely afford. So I'm going to maximize my budget. I'm going to find something that is nice, something very comfortable, that provides the security and the get me out of the goddamn airport. So, of course, I get out the door and I look out the door and I'm like, "Oh shit, my driver's not here," right? There's a whole, and it's great because there's a bar in, once you go out of the security section to get your luggage, there's a bar, and you think all of the taxi drivers are behind the bar. It's like a corral. And they're leaning over that bar as far as they can, holding their signs up, telling everybody, "Hey, come here, come here, come here, taxi, taxi, taxi." And because they're stuck behind the bar, you're free to just walk out, right? So you're walking up, and then you look out the front door of the airport, and holy shit, there's like 1,000 people out there. And there's families waiting for their people, but then there's all the drivers, and it's a madhouse. So I didn't want to step out the front door until I found my driver. So I get out there. I look through the taxi people stuck behind the bar. None of them have my name. None of them have the name of my hotel, which was the Pyramids View. and not recommended. And then yeah, so from there, I finally I call, I start to WhatsApp my hotel, like, where's my guy? Where's my guy? Finally, they don't answer at all. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to fucking figure out transportation. And then you're like, when you go out when you're dealing with these people, you don't know how much to pay. Somebody could say, hey, I got a good deal for you. It's gonna be $100 and I'll get you from here to there, and I'm your guy, right? But then the local, it could be $20. You don't know the difference. You don't know what the local rate is. So yeah, for me to get from the airport all the way to the pyramids, to the Pyramid View Hotel, I paid $22. Since I've arrived, I've found out that it's basically $20 is what I've found the cost of transportation. So now that I'm staying out here at the Hyatt Regency, which is far separated from everything, basically it cost me $20 to go from here to there, which and when I say to go from here to there, I mean $20, take me downtown, wait for 3 hours, and meet me and take me back. And I want to go here, I want to go there. You know, a car for the day is $25, and that's generous. So yeah, so finally I saw the little name badge on the guy standing across the street. When I looked outside, I have to look through everything. There's a guy across the street in the crowd of families and stuff, barely holding up a little sign, and I'm like, hey, you're my guy. And so then I went across the street, followed him, took a walk about 2 city blocks to a parking garage. Very, very clean around the airport. Everything is spotless, very secure. Got in a nice enough car and drove out 30 minutes to the pyramids. This was at midnight, and at midnight it is alive. I mean, like, you think Bangkok is alive at midnight? No. This fucking city is alive. Like, there is no difference between day and night. And you think, oh wow, that makes sense, right? So you get here and you think, I'm gonna sleep during the day when it's hot as hell, and I'm gonna have party all night, right? Well, there's bugs, man. There's mosquitoes that are just horrible, and flies, and it's like, fuck, the bugs know what time it is. So you think you're gonna go out and have a good time at night, you're gonna deal with the mosquitoes and shit. So you gotta either deal with the sun or the mosquitoes, and no matter where you go, the vultures. So I've loved Cairo. I'll give you more information about getting through the city and dealing with the vultures and having fun. I've figured all that stuff out. It's been very, very seamless for me. It's all about being generous. You know, when you go places and you wanna not be bothered by people, and you really want to have a good time. You want people to host you and provide the best experiences possible. Be generous, right? So when you see all these nightmare stories about Cairo and all the people that are harassing you with the whistles and all this stuff, you know what that is? That's people trying to make a living in the place that they live by helping you, offering you help in all kinds of different ways. And if you don't get your help from the hotel, from a tour, from an app, and you go walking around someplace, whether it's the springs in some place, or the salt mines in some other place, or the pyramids, no matter where you want to go helping yourself, you're not contributing to the local economy, and you deserve to get harassed. So if you want to know how to get through these places and have a good time, I'll be posting some more later. Okay, take care from Cairo.